Hello everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you about Koala Go. I've had a lot of teachers ask me questions. What is Koala Go? How is it different than other platforms? And how do I use it? Well, today I'm just going to go over a brief overview of what is Koala Go, the current features of Koala Go, how it's different than other platforms, and some new features that will be coming up very soon that I got straight from the man himself, Ben, who is the co founder and CTO of Koala Go. He gave me a little insight about what the next upcoming additions are going to be to Koala Go because Koala Go is still very brand new. So, what is it? It's a tutoring or teaching platform, virtual teaching platform, just like ClassIn or Zoom or whatever platform you're currently using or that you've used in the past. So you log in, your student can log in, and you can do the lesson all virtually on Koala Go. They actually already had a teaching platform called Koala 3D. I looked into Koala 3D when I first started tutoring, and it looked awesome, it looked fun, but once I did my research, I realized you can only use it if the student is on a computer. So obviously anybody that teaches students in China knows most of those students are using an iPad or a tablet. So Koala 3D was out the window. But now they have developed a new platform. They still have Koala 3D, but now they've started Koala Go, which allows students on an iPad, on a tablet, or on a computer to access the platform for you to teach them on. So let's take a look at what the features are of Koala Go. Some of the features are free, but there are some features that you're going to want to use that you do have to pay for a subscription. So let's take a look at the pricing really fast. So they have two options. They have a monthly and an annual option. They have the free plan and the pro plan. There is a tutoring organization. I know nothing about that one, so I'm going to focus on just the free and the pro. So the pro plan, if you pay monthly, is $19 a month. But if you choose to pay annually, it's $15 a month. So as I go through the features, I will let you know which features are a part of the free plan and which features you would need the pro plan for. So I'm going to open Koala Go. So first of all, here's their main page. It's teachwithkoala.com. And then right here, you have the open Koala Go in the browser. So here is your classroom. This is kind of like your whiteboard where you're going to enter and your student's going to enter. So I'm going to invite student just so my image pops up. You have a link that is kind of like the key to open your classroom for your student that you would give to every single student. So they all use the same link because it's all on the browser. There is no app. They will all have the same link to enter your classroom. Once you click on invite student, then they're able to enter. Again, I'm not going to go over into the details of every part of Koala Go. So if you want me to give you some more details about a certain thing that you see, let me know and I can try to make a video for you. This is just a brief overview of all the features that they have currently. So let's take a look at our classroom. So it's just like any whiteboard program you might have. At the bottom, you have your tools that you can use and you're able to edit. Oops, let me click on my pen, my sticky note, and my typing. And then you have your tools over on the left side that you can edit. You can create activities in your whiteboard that you can use for all of your students, or you can make them for specific students. Again, I'm not going to go into all the details, but here you can see some activities that I have created or that I got from Koala Go. They do have a bank of activities already created that you can use in your classroom right away. So here I have a couple that I made. My winter sports was just something that went along with a story that I did. The stars is something that came from Koala Go that I can use in my classroom if I choose to. And then you also have multiple pages you can use. So if you run out of space, you can just go to the next page. They also have a reward system. This is awesome. It's especially if you use something like Zoom, you don't have a reward system built into the platform. They do. So if I click on this, the student can earn their stars. Once they get 5 stars, you can open the playground. So in my playground, since it's just me, I have just one avatar in my playground, but when the student's there, you will have you and your student, and then you can walk around. And right now, this is still brand new. Remember, Koala Go is still pretty new. You can collect seeds, and then you see at the bottom, once I have some seeds, I can then plant them. And if you're in here long enough, it takes like a minute or two, you can see your plants actually growing. But don't worry, they are adding to the playground and they're going to add a lot more fun features that your student can do as a reward. You can do it during class, or you can wait till the end of class to enter the class or into the playground. And then if you want to leave early, you just click on the X and you go back into your classroom. And you can start all over and do the reward as many times as you want. So all of the stuff I just showed you is included in the free plan. So you don't have to pay anything to use the classroom, to use the tools in the classroom, to do the reward system. That is all included with the free plan. So now let's take a look at what you get with the Pro version. With the Pro version, you get access to this down here. This is what makes Koala Go different than other platforms. With Koala Go, you have a shared browser that opens in the classroom, so you're not sharing your screen on your computer. Once I click on this browser, I can see it, and my student will see the same thing on their screen, whether they're using a computer or if they're using an iPad. Another thing that makes it different than other platforms, not only can they see the shared browser, they can also interact with the shared browser. So they can actually click on the activities. So if you're using a web-based curriculum like Learnaling or Flip the Classroom, Abridge Academy, Crystal Clear English, all of those platforms were designed for the student to be able to drag, drop, click, but teachers like me have not been able to use it to its full potential because the student has not been able to drag and click and do all the activities themselves because they were not able to access those on their iPad. Well, with Koala Go, they can actually interact with the lessons. So you can also go to any website you want. So here we have, you can go into Google and just type in for activities or games. If you'd like to do word wall, where they click and drag, they can do all of those things, even if they're using an iPad. That is what makes Koala Go different than any other platform that I have ever used. So this is the bonus added feature if you go into the Pro version, the Pro plan. So you have, just like if you're using the internet, you can go up here and type in whichever website you want to go to. So now we have the browser that is shared, and we have our classroom. Another feature that they just recently added that's a part of the Pro plan is a payment system. So anybody who's been teaching students in China, you probably already have Stripe set up, or you use PayPal, which we all know they have those fees included. But if you have a problem setting up Stripe, a lot of teachers had an issue getting accepted to Stripe, or they had it deactivated for whatever reason. They do have a way to send invoices through Koala Go. So that's all in your classroom right up here. So they have a way to send the invoice. I'm not going to go through all the steps, but just going to show you basic overview. So here you can see your pending and completed invoices. It does go through Stripe. So if you're teaching students in China, they are able to pay with WeChat Pay or their credit card or a bank transfer. So all you have to do is create the new invoice. You have to enter the email for the person that you're sending it to so they can get the invoice, your information, and the amount. The great thing is they have an option for you to add the fees to the invoice for the parent to pay, or you can choose to just pay the fees yourself. So you just enter the amount and they will tell you what you will receive and what the parent will pay. So it's just like if you were to send an invoice through Stripe. The parent will get the email, they open the invoice, they can choose how they want to pay. The money, instead of going directly to you, will first go to Koala Go, and then Koala Go will send you the money the way you want to receive it, which could be through PayPal if you choose that option. So another great feature for especially for teachers that are just starting off that haven't set up Stripe yet. It took me a long time to make sure I knew how to use Stripe, but this is a lot easier method to use if you're just starting off. So now you've seen what the current features of Koala Go are, but like I said, it's still very new, so they're adding new features every single week. So I'm going to show you straight from Ben, who knows what they're doing. He's the inside man. He told me a list of features that they are going to be working on next. So I'm going to drag that, and this is a great way to use your whiteboard. You can add images. I'm just going to take a picture, an image I have on my computer, and I can just drag it straight into the classroom, and then I can make it larger for my student to see. So here we go. Let's take a look at what's coming up. A waiting room for students with the admit and decline notification on the teacher end. That was very important for a lot of teachers. If you're teaching back-to-back classes, I have a 5-minute break between, but often either your next student will show up early, or B, I run over my time on my first student and I'm quickly having to go to my next student, and they're both in the classroom at the same time. We don't want that to happen. So now if you're teaching a student, then your next student tries to enter, they won't enter your classroom you're already in with your current student. You'll get a notification, and then once you're done with your first student, you can then accept their invitation to enter your classroom. So I'm excited about that. That is coming up. Next, annotation tools on the shared browser. So right now they have, the drawing tools on the classroom, but they don't have those for the shared browser. So I really am looking forward to this, because if I'm using a website that doesn't have annotation tools in it, I can't write on the screen. Or if I have a PowerPoint lesson that I'm using in my browser, I can't write on the screen. So they are adding those annotation tools to that shared browser that I showed you. Student permissions control. So that means, yes, the student can write. Yes, the student can click. No, the student cannot click. So you have those younger students that like click, 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 drag, 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 drag. This will give you the option to turn off their ability to do any of those controls until you're ready for them to do it. Another thing that a lot of teachers wanted that they found to be very important. Next one, animal companions. So in that playground, I believe in the playground, they'll have an option for having an animal companion or a pet. Avatar customization. You saw that little girl that I had? Well, right now, everybody's that little girl. I'm the little girl, my student's the little girl, whether they're a boy, girl, everybody has the same girl. So they are going to add a way to customize your avatars. So I'm excited about that. And more things to do in the playground. So that's going to be the thing that's really going to make your students enjoy wanting to come to class, ready for the next class, because they really enjoyed that playground and being able to do different activities in there. So I'm excited about that. Next one, classroom quality of life improvements. So basically, things to make your life easier, which we all know that's very important. We want to make things as easy as possible to use. So here's some examples. An undo button. That's very important. If you make a little mistake, so I'm having to go delete, 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 an undo button. Eraser. I like that because right now, if I'm writing, I can't just erase it. There's no eraser. I have to either highlight it or click on it and hit delete. And that takes a lot of time, especially for students. They make mistakes. My students like to erase things if they make a mistake. So eraser is going to be very helpful for that. color picker for the pen. I told Ben that this was something I really wanted because right now you have to write in black, and then if you want to change the color, you have to click on it and then choose your color. Not very convenient. My students love when they draw. If I ask them to draw a picture of something we're learning, they love to be able to change the color for each part of the picture, and it's just not very convenient the way they have it set up now. So I'm excited about those. So those are the things that they are coming up. They are ready to do. I don't know exactly when they're going to happen, but I am looking forward to all of these things that are going to be coming very, very soon. So if you are interested in testing out Koala Go, I think you should go in, test it out, play around with it, test out the browser function. You can use the browser, shared browser, for free. I believe it's for 2 weeks, for 14 days. So if you want to test it out, see how it works, you can do that free for 14 days before you have to upgrade to the Pro. But I'm excited about that shared browser. My students are going to love being able to move things around and interact with the lessons that they have not been able to do up until this point. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. You can see everything that's here now and everything that's coming up. And if you have any questions, let me know. Or if you have anything you want me to make a video about that I showed you today, just let me know. Bye, everyone.